had no idea what I was gonna make for dinner tonight. I just grabbed all of these random ingredients out of my fridge and pantry. I've never made this before. Let's see how it goes. I'm just gonna make it up as I go along. So come on, let's cook. I think we've all had those nights where we're scrounging around, we're looking for something to eat for dinner, and we just can't seem to make it come together. It's one of the reasons why I love my Instant Pot so much, is because I can just throw a bunch of random ingredients in and come up with something amazing. My friend Shaylee, you can find her at Shaylee Muir on YouTube, she challenged me to make a meal from ingredients that I had in my refrigerator. I came up with this. So we'll see how it goes, because I've literally never tested this before. I maybe made things that are similar, but nothing exactly like this. So cook along with me and we'll see if this turns out. This is gonna be a dinner experiment. We've all been there, let's be honest. So I had a random pound of pork sausage in the refrigerator, and I am going to brown this in my Instant Pot first, along with 1 large yellow onion. After these 2 things are browned, I'm going to season them with some chopped onion, which everybody always asks me, why do you use chopped onion if you already have an onion in there? It really just layers the flavor and it gives you a lot more bang for your buck. I use it in almost everything. It's just a really great flavor enhancer. Then I have a little bit of red pepper that I'm gonna use just to give it a tiny little bit of a kick. Some garlic powder, and then of course, salt and pepper. I also have a can of diced tomatoes and a can of tomato sauce, because I'm gonna make a little bit of a pasta dish here, which is why I have brown rice pasta. I love using this brown rice pasta in my dishes because my family is gluten-free, and it literally only has 2 ingredients. That's brown rice and water. It doesn't get much better than that. You can find this at Walmart, also Whole Foods has it. You can usually find brown rice pasta at any local grocery store. And then I just have a 1.5 cups of water here, because I am going to be using my 8-quart Instant Pot pressure cooker, and that requires a 1.5 cups of water to come to pressure. So now that the pot has preheated on the saute function, I am going to add 1 large yellow onion to the pot. Right now I'm just doing a dry saute because I'm going to add meat that has quite a bit of fat in it. I'm not going to add any extra oil. You're going to want to add your pork. So when your meat is about 3/4 of the way done, you're going to start adding your seasoning. Start with some chopped onion, and I'm just going to add a couple teaspoons. And then I am going to grab some garlic powder, and again I'm going to add a couple teaspoons. Red pepper really packs the punch, and if you're feeding kiddos, you've got to be careful with this ingredient. If you don't like spice, it's okay if you leave it out. But I'm just going to add a little bit. This is probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Every good dish needs salt, so I am going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of some fine ground sea salt. And then I'm gonna add about 3/4 a teaspoon of black pepper. Good rule of thumb is to halve the pepper. So however much sea salt you're using, cut that in half, and that's how much black pepper you want to use. Now I'm just gonna stir all of this up. Oh, it's smelling really good. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the stuff. You know it's gonna taste good when it smells good. So now I'm just waiting for my pork to brown. You don't have to move it around the entire time. I'm gonna kind of let it brown on the bottom, but I'm gonna break it up a little bit more and let it brown on all sides. It's gonna take about 5 minutes. All right, now I'm just going to press cancel on the display panel so that it stops sauteing. And then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So what I have here, dude, that's real life. My pasta just spilled all over the floor. That's okay. I'm gonna pick it up, rinse it off, we'll use it anyway. Okay, now I picked up the pasta. Only like half a handful fell on the ground, so not bad. And now I'm going to add the pasta to a bowl so that it's nice and safe and it doesn't tip over again, because it's not time to add the pasta yet. So the first thing that I'm gonna add is the 1.5 cups of water. You only need a cup if you're cooking in a 6-quart Instant Pot pressure cooker, but because I'm cooking in the 8-quart tonight, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups. Okay, now I'm going to add my noodles. This is 12 ounces of penne pasta. Because I'm using tomato sauce, I am not going to stir this dish. So I'm gonna try to cover as much of the pasta as I can with the tomato sauce and with the diced tomatoes. The Instant Pot, for some reason, really likes to burn tomato sauce. So if it touches the bottom of your pot, you might get that dreaded burn signal, which is why we don't want to stir this recipe. Now I'm just gonna add my diced tomatoes. I'm gonna make sure all of that pasta is nice and covered. For the most part, it's gonna be covered anyway because the steam is gonna cook it. Do not stir. Next thing, put the lid on. I'm gonna make sure my vent valve is in the sealing position, which it is. And then I'm gonna come over to the front of the pot and I'm gonna use the pressure cook function. Your pot might say manual. And I'm gonna use the plus or minus buttons until the pot says 6 minutes, which is my magic number for pasta. I like mine just a little bit al dente. If you don't like yours al dente, you can cook it for 7 minutes, or you can let it naturally release. There we go, the pot got my message. It just gave me the beep signal that it has started coming to pressure. Because I sauteed first, it's going to take a heck of a lot less time coming to pressure than it normally would. Normally it might take about 10 minutes, but right now it's probably only gonna take about 5, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. So I will show you guys what the finished product looks like in just a bit. All right, now I am going to vent the pressure because it's all finished cooking. There we go. The red pin dropped, so it's safe for me to take off the lid. And there's your facial for the day. I'm gonna set the lid in the lid holder so all that condensation can drip down here into this spill tray. Look how good that looks. I'm just gonna stir it up. Sometimes the pasta likes to stick together a bit. That's okay, you can just break it up gently. Oh, my kids are going to die. This smells so good. All right, I'm gonna have to taste it and tell you guys how it tastes because I still don't know, but it smells good. That's a good sign. All right, so it's all stirred up. Now I'm going to dish it out and serve it in bowls because everybody is ready to eat. But first, let me just dip this in here a little bit because I want to give it a little taste just to make sure that the salt and the pepper ratios are okay. Oh, that's really good. It tastes a little bit like pizza. Dang, y'all, okay. There we go. So dinner is ready. It's delicious. I just made this up using ingredients that I already had in my fridge. You probably have the same ones laying around. So cook some of this up. These are easy things to keep on hand at all times, so you always have a recipe and you don't ever have to resort to calling the pizza man. Now let's dish some of this yummy pasta up for my husband and my kiddos because they are ready to eat. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. This was a lot of fun. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment below. And as always, you can find more Instant Pot recipes on instantloss.com. You'll have to forgive this crazy lighting. I started this video right as the sun was setting and now it's gone completely behind the mountain. It is dinner time, so I'm gonna feed my family some supper and we will see you guys later. Bye. I'm using this brown rice pasta in my dishes. I love, is it gone?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Don't keep getting me, I thought you were turning it off.
I got a close-up of you drinking one.